Hey y'all, Fandom D saying here. I'm going to be reacting to Legacies Season 1, Episode 2, so let's get to reacting.
You know there's a beacon that alerts me when someone's using. You knew you would be caught.
After I found Landon, but we lost the trail and now I'm being interrogated.
Gotta follow
But
the
go ahead, take your
rules.
time. Nothing at stake here.
Did anyone help you with the spell?
No. Can I go now?
Hope.
She ain't a
You're
snitch.
stupid. And what happens when you do?
We don't know. She didn't like kill Roman in like the original, so I don't think she would kill Langdon.
So, fess up. What did you do?
She knows.
If you hurry, you can catch up with the Blair bitch and tongue chum her again.
Damn.
If you want this car to work, I'm going with you.
You should stay out of it. He's a liar and a thief.
He knows Landon. He'll be an asset. We need all the help we can get, so fix the car and hop in.
No. No for the ride.
Put a shirt on.
Dad loves Hope more than us.
No, he doesn't.
He's missing one game.
First a game, and then our weddings. This
That's a
game is
step
an
too far.
opportunity.
No, who's she?
I need to get you some help. If you want to follow me.
Honestly, that could be a supernatural being. Like, she doesn't look like she's a survivor, more of what time period this is.
Everybody lies. He's in the root cellar. You have 3 minutes to do this your way.
Wait, the headmaster said don't
Minutes
engage.
59, 58.
Really?
You said 3 minutes.
Like I said, people lie. Coparis and pitu.
Damn.
Yo, this is girl.
I knew it! Exactly, she's out of time. Yo! What kind of supernatural creature is this?
Nice move, Dana. I know I'm supposed to do this in the end zone, but that went well, all things considered.
One word. One word, and I could burn her perky little boobs to ash.
Really?
So you did that on purpose?
I do everything on purpose.
Hmm.
Look, if Lizzie Saltzman is what you want, I can help you get her. But you're gonna have to do exactly what I say.
Okay.
Pyromancer? A woman who smelled like she'd been dipped in an ashtray and breathed fire instead of words. What else could she be?
There are only a couple dozen left. Most are in East Asia.
Well, now there's one wandering around the woods off Route 29.
Alright, got it.
Explain to me what you were doing stealing the knife in the first place.
I don't remember stealing it.
Of course not. How about pretending to be compelled?
That was to avoid being thrown back in the werewolf dungeon.
Transitional cellar.
Small space.
He's not lying. I know him. Now, if he says that there's a fire-breathing woman running through the woods, then there is a...
There's a fire-breathing woman running through the woods.
Feel crummy, Hope?
What does she want?
She wants the knife. What else?
I'm sorry. I panicked.
So he had the knife.
Honestly, I just get a thrill from tormenting all the crazies. Speaking of, it's been a while since you paid a visit to my mom's pharmacy. Maybe you're feeling a little delusional because you're off your meds.
Come on.
Stella Bunde.
Yeah, using abilities. Tie game.
Dragon. What? Dragon. She steals treasure, breathes fire, hides the loot in her lair. She's not a pyromancer. She's a...
Dragons
There
don't
was
Yo.
a time we would have said that about vampires. A sword.
And that's what we got. Damn. Holding her own.
Took you long enough.
Sorry, I couldn't find a rock.
Come with the assists.
Heavy objects.
Ooh. She did.
My dad built this school for supernaturals like us, so if we win by flaunting on things that make us different, we're gonna lose a lot more than a stupid game. We'll lose
True.
everything. You really want Dad to stop loving us?
Caleb is new this year.
So am I. I can help us win too. Yo, I caught that pass earlier.
Yeah, but you cheated. You used your powers.
No, I didn't.
Got a point.
I'm scrappy like that.
Give her a proper burial. See if you can find a shovel.
So it doesn't make sense how she appeared out of nowhere on that bus, and you happen to have the knife.
It's a dragon,
Come on, catch it. And she's using her abilities. Oh.
You should take cover. Then tell me how I'm gonna explain to your daughters that all that's left of you is hot ash.
The dad card? It's a low blow.
No.
Where did you come from? Why do you want this so badly? What's so special about it?
Does she want to kill herself, or
Say something.
that's her prison and she wants to get back into it?
Good game. Suck it, loser.
Damn.
What is this? This isn't Earth magic, Hope.
This wasn't an Earth magic problem.
We don't allow black magic. It gets inside your heart and it poisons your mind.
True,
I
true.
looked the other way this morning because I knew you were upset, but this is a death spell. A spell you couldn't have known you need to use on a dragon, which
Damn, she ready to
means you have other
kill
plans for it.
Langdon.
This vengeance. This is your father. It
Ah.
can't be you.
Today was a total win for you.
You hate Lizzie. Why do you care?
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Title of the episode.
Well, let's just call this what it is. You betrayed me.
Damn,
I
really?
was worried about disappointing Dad. So I disappointed you instead.
Dear Hope, you strike me as the kind of person who's not so big on second chances, much less third, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Damn. Yeah, you better hug your daughters, man. Could end up dying today.
The time I spent with you the other night was one of the happiest moments in my life. I hate that I ruined it. Your school secret is safe with me. With regret, Landon.
See, he's not gonna snitch. Aw, damn. Why you gotta put a picture of the Michelsons up in here? God, the feels. Elijah, my boy. Klaus. Ah. Had to die.
How am I supposed to protect them from stuff that's not supposed to exist?
He said the Sandbelt vampires, werewolves, travelers, and whatnot. Yo, what is this show? Oh my gosh. So, not gonna lie, this was a good episode of Legacies. You already got me interested, being in the Vampire Diaries verse, but just having the first episode, the mystery of why in the world is Langdon not being able to be compelled? Why in the world did he steal that knife? It being activated, killing everyone on that bus. It's like, okay, what is this? And then the second episode comes and we get a dragon. We get, that cliffhanger with this supernatural being like we have never seen before within Vampire Diaries or the originals. It's like, how big really is this supernatural verse of the Vampire Diaries? Like, what other creatures that they can really introduce? And it really is not that far-fetched because, like, Professor D said it right, and I don't know his actual full name. I keep forgetting it, so I'm just going to call him Professor D. He's like, Alark, you've read about, vampires, werewolves, witches in books and stuff, even like shows, you probably glimpse at it. It's like you wouldn't expect them to be alive, but true, but they're pretty much here. So it's like if you see a dragon, it's like, wow, that just should be just yet another thing there. Like, granted, so you can make like an argument like, well, didn't you guys like should be able to read all that mythology stuff that was in that vault or wherever that place was? I forgot what they call it in the Vampire Diaries. It was like some type of place that had like a whole bunch of like, you know, artifacts and, you know, documentation about all that stuff. Oh, the armory. There we go, the armory. Ha! At one point I called it the vault. But the armory. It's like you didn't like read about like dragons there. Like, but for all they did, but it's like if Alara came across dragons, like, what, dragons? Possibly just a myth. Like, do they really have documentation that they actually killed a dragon? For all we know, when they got that knife, they just, you know, a witch or someone just felt like magical properties around it, and, you know, they just took it along and not truly document what it was and such. Because if they document, like, hey, it was like a, you know, this is a knife that actually killed a dragon, I think they would have mentioned it there to the point they would have drawn a conclusion of like, is this really a pyromancer, you know, witch? Or is this a dragon? You know, something of that nature, though. Or they would probably would have joked about it on their way over to get Langdon, and the next thing you know, joke's on you, it actually is a dragon, or something of that nature, though. But they were really clueless about, oh my gosh, it actually is a dragon within this verse. But not only that, though, but that cliffhanger creature, it's like, is that going to be like the next new monster of the week for them? Or is that the big bad here? And in all speculating, like, did this supernatural being resurrect whatever that dagger, knife, sword, whatever last killed? Because when you see that dragon in that woods, she looked confused, like, what in the world is this place? How am I alive, or some sense? She like looked at his, I think she looked at Alaric's phone as well as, you know, his watch. Is like, what in the world is these objects? Like, what, to the point? Like, they never truly explained how that dragon even ended up there. So, granted, again, like, that truly wasn't a mystery about, oh my gosh, we got dragons, but how did it end up there? That's, in my speculating, I think this, you know, big bad really just is going to be doing nothing but resurrecting a lot of creatures that are somehow, you know, latched on. It was either last thing that the relic killed or somehow latched on, got like some DNA or something off. And it's going to be resurrecting monsters left and right. And they all pretty much possibly have to die. Maybe he has to, like, you know, get a fingernail or some type of, you know, body part, whatever, from the dragon or even wherever supernatural creature, so to complete a ritual to do X, Y, and Z. Or the title of the episode, or as well as the line within this episode, it's like, you know, I just want to watch the world burn. What if this big bad just wants to, you know, just resurrect monsters left and right and just for the hell of it? Maybe just bored. It's like, well, I got nothing else to do. Let me just exercise my abilities and just, you know, start resurrecting monsters or just unleashing monsters left and right. It can go so many ways, and I just want to see how it plays out within this season. Hope. I know a lot of people are going to be like, come on, Hope, why are you freaking want to go kill, you know, Langdon? She's just in her feels, peoples. We've seen this before. Well, if you haven't seen this and you pretty much have not seen, you know, the originals or Vampire Diaries, because I know there's people watching this who probably never even watched Vampire Diaries, the originals, but in the originals, last season, Hope has a crush, you know, she begins a relationship with a boy named Roman. Roman lies, manipulated Hope that calls X, Y, and Z. That got a lot of people in the fandom, like, you know, heated. I remember reading those comments of people blaming Hope. But it's like, because of that, she pretty much wanted to kill, you know, Roman, but she didn't end up doing it, you know. She didn't end up killing Roman at all. Now, we come to this season where, yeah, another boy comes in, love interest, lies to Hope, steals, but in reality, he didn't steal it. Again, it seems like the big bad manipulated Roman to do it to the point he can't even remember it. But he did lie about, you know, not being able to being compelled because he was like, well, you guys didn't compel me. I didn't want to say, well, I still remember stuff, because if so, you're going to, like, you know, put me back down in the cellar. So he just like lied and he's left. But she just hated that, and that was like again the first time in forever where she actually opened up to someone and ended up like lying to her. So the point it's just like regression there. It's the point that she was getting ready to kill him, but even in reality, I highly doubt she would have killed him. If anything, she was probably gonna string him up to the wall and be like, okay, I'm about to read this spell. You're about to like feel a whole bunch of pain, boy, and you're gonna die. But either as she's looking in about to like read it, or even like during the middle of the chanting, she'll probably just stop and be like, you know what, you're not even worth it, homie, and just let him go. That's me. That's how I look at it. You know, some people could be like, no, Fandom, she was about to get ready to kill him. Look what Alaric said. And it's Alaric, and it's like the way how Alaric like looked at a situation. First thing, he was like, you're becoming your father, Klaus. Again, another character that appeared in Vampire Diaries, and when he appeared in Vampire Diaries, he was the big bad. We were pretty much made to hate him. But as the seasons progressed, we were like, dude, like, damn, like, you went through a lot of ish. And, you know, when we got to learn more and he developed his character to the point where it's like, yo, Klaus, I'd rather die with you, homie. So Alaric, he doesn't know that much that, you know, us, the audience of, like, the originals, even, like, some parts of Vampire Diaries, to the point that first mentioned, like, being the daughter of Hope, he might say, like, wait, you're going out the same path as, you know, the monstrous, you know, the great evil Klaus, to the point that that's the first thing he just like, goes to. It's like, don't do it. And, like, one point, okay, I could kind of agree with him, because, again, Hope could become something worse than Klaus, but at the same time, we have hope that Hope won't become that. You know, it's the name, Hope. Like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy good with that. Even to like the whole school aspect, even though it's like, I wouldn't care that much, but it's like, hey, if the show is surrounded by, you know, a school of, you know, supernatural creatures, vampires, werewolves, you know, witches who are going through stuff, it's like they're teenagers, like you're gonna expect that to like come out of nowhere, you know. Plus it's a CW, what do you expect? Like, who's pretty much the target audience of majority of the CW shows? It's gonna have teenagers. So, but at the same time, it's also adults, because like Vampire Diaries came out like in what, mid 2000 or so it's like 8+ seasons plus, like, you know, those teenagers are probably pretty much like what, 21 or so, whatever. I'm bad at math, don't crucify me, but it's like they're pretty much adults, so it's like there's some adult themes still in here, but at the same time, some like teenage antics, like, you know, she was about to like go, what did Liz say? Burn, whatchamacallit, the chest of like the other freaking like team player of that other school, which is like, come on there. But looks like freaking MG, I'm about to say MJ, really wants to date Liz. Hopefully he's gonna end up getting her. If not, he might end up, you know, dating the for reals, you know, the girl who must not be named. And I'm really calling her that because I honestly cannot remember her name. New character, to the point I really can't remember her name. But to the point, even at the end of the episode, we even got like Langdon and Ralph, his best friend, you know, leaving, to the point where it's like, yeah, Langdon, you're gonna return. Like, come on, let's be real. They introduced you and, you know, the originals, the backdoor episode, you know, to Legacies. I don't think it was just for those 2 episodes. I think they're gonna, you know, some shape or form, they're gonna like introduce him again, some shape or form. Well, Ralph, I don't know. Who knows? Like, at the point, I really don't care that much for Ralph. So if he ends up like dying, R.I.P. Ralph. I really don't like. It's just sad to say that, but it's like, come on. Like, if he dies, okay, we have more screen time for someone else within the show. So it's like, okay, good. But like, wow, this really was a good episode. Cannot wait to see how this, you know, thing ends up by the end. Like or dislike the video. Comment below what you guys thought of the episode. You got some theories, speculations, come on, bring it at me. I'll reply to it. I am Fandom DC, and I am signing off.